Hello everybody, it's Jesus Christ Almighty here. I just wanted to say in the lead up to the Easter Bank Holiday weekend, if you can all please stay inside, it'd be very important to stop the spread of this coronavirus. Obviously I'm outside at the moment, but I'm Jesus, I can do whatever I want, so don't do what I do, please do what I say. Now it's time for What's in the Box.
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
It's unspecific day at unspecific time. Welcome to What's in the Box. Welcome to the show. I'm Frizzle. I have some guests waiting in the wings. They're going to play some improvised games based on things that I pull out of a box. We're going to introduce the first guest. They are a comedian who was a finalist in the Great Yorkshire Fringe Comedian of the Year, and now as all comedy is cancelled, they will still forever be the finalist. It's Umby Winters.
Hello.
Yeah.
Also a finalist in the Leicester Square New Comedian of the Year. So that's two competitions in the same year that I didn't win.
That will still, they'll never do them again. So,
They'll never do them again.
No, because everything is cancelled. How are you today, Umby?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. It's a lovely day to not be outside. Gorgeous 19 degrees here in Salford. I would love to take advantage of it, but I can't.
Another guest. He is a YouTuber, comedy writer, director, and all things creative. It is TomSka Ridgewell. Hello, Thomas.
That's me. Hi. Hello,
How are
everyone.
you?
Also a bit warm. I'm locked away in my studio with a tasty beam of sun cooking me slowly from the inside.
That's my favourite Fugees song. Our third guest today, when I asked him for a bio, he sent back he's a comedian, journalist, and chef. So please welcome our first ever comedian, journalist, chef to the show, and hopefully, well, probably going to be the last. It's Naith Payton.
Hiya.
Oh, we're not clapping. Okay.
We can clap. We can clap.
Yay!
And or jazz hands. Either way is acceptable. How are you, Naith?
I'm good. Also quite hot. I literally just a second ago checked my radiator and it was on, which I hadn't noticed all day. So I've turned that off. So hopefully things will get better.
Weather and time is a construct anyway. In these end times that we live in. Are you all prepared? Do you all have a box ready?
Yes.
I do.
It's time for round one.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round one is called What's in the Box. I have a few items in my very tiny box. We're going to take it round the room to guess which item is in the box. You're probably all going to be wrong. I'm then going to reveal what it is, and it's up to you to convince me why your guess was the closest. Umby, one question. What's in the box?
Is there a shot glass in there?
Ooh.
Umby's guess is a shot glass. Nath, you're down there. What's your guess?
I'm going to go with a Sharpie.
A Sharpie. Ooh. And Tom, what is your guess?
My guess is it is an album featuring the hit single that I lost my virginity to.
Well, I took the CD out already, but it will be coming back later, but we will find out. So you might be awarded points retroactively.
Yes.
The item that is in the box is a tiny duck.
Oh. Okay.
A tiny duck. Now, one of you is already the closest, but I won't reveal who it is yet. It is your turn to explain why your guess was the closest. Umby, you suggested that it was a shot glass.
Yes.
Please debate why you are right.
So I think actually my mic cut out. What I said was that it is something that you made of glass that you would shot. Like, say, if you were doing like duck hunt, you would shoot a glass duck. So that is what I meant.
Careful how you say duck hunt. This is a 12A rated show. Nath, Sharpie, why is your guess the closest?
Because I feel like it's one of those things that you find in your random tap drawer. Like, you have a Sharpie and paper clips and a tiny duck for some reason, and you have no idea why the duck got in there, but it's always just been there, really, hasn't it? So, yeah.
It's always been there in our hearts. And Tom, you suggested it was the album featuring the single that you lost your virginity to. Please elaborate.
I do stand by that entirely. I didn't actually say that it was music on the album. In fact, I lost my virginity to an ambience track of Duck Song. It was incredibly distracting, although it did help me to keep up some sort of rhythm. Very sporadic, but all parties left satisfied.
That was AC/DC, wasn't it? That album.
I believe they did feature on it briefly, but only as an ensemble instrumental.
It's time to award points. Now, I mentioned earlier that one of you was the closest. The actual person who was the closest was Naith with a Sharpie, because this duck is also a pencil sharpener. Ooh. But sadly, that's not what we award points for. We award points for the best explanation, and you're very quick with saying something that you have to shoot made of glass, and I would buy that in a court of law. Umby, you get the full 3 points.
Fantastic.
Whoa.
It's time for round 2.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 2 is called Origin Story, and for this, Umby, you will be getting an item out of your box for Naith to use. Naith, an item out of your box will be for Tom to use, and Tom, the item in your box will be for Umby to use in this game. It was recently announced that Marvel Cinematic Universe won't be releasing movies for a while, so it's up to us to provide you with the superhero entertainment that you so crave. We are now going to hear the origins of 3 brand new superheroes from our comedian guests today, and their origin story must involve the object that they are assigned to. We're going to start off with Naith, which means we start with Umby. The item in your box that Naith has to use in the origin story is...
It is a little hamster with nunchucks, and if you press the hand, it sings Kung Fu Fighting while spinning the nunchucks. I won't press it because it does go on.
No, please. Oh, it does go on because we're allowed like 5 seconds or less of copyright.
Oh no, it does the entire chorus. So
I can attest. I can attest that those do stop if you hit them. As the first ever live action video I put online ever in like 2003 or 4 features one of those. So,
no, carry on.
Is the video of you hitting it until it stops?
I hit it once and it does stop.
YouTube was so different back then. Now it's all Nazis and how the COVID virus was made by Bill Gates. Nathan, please divulge us with this superhero story featuring this very weird kung fu fighting cat.
Well, my first thought was, surely this is a superhero anyway. We don't really need more details here. But then I considered, actually, maybe this is the kung fu cat that lives in the mountains that our superhero goes to take lessons from, and in doing so also finds out that he can talk to cats, which is another superpower. So like dual wielding superpowers there. So yeah.
Is there any chance this kung fu fighting creature is played by Tilda Swinton or Scarlett Johansson? My 2 favorite Asian actors.
Definitely a Swinton, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Swinton.
Quite pale.
Nate, does your superhero have a name?
Oh god, I haven't got that far. Well, I can't do Catman, can I?
You can. It is. That's what it is.
Should I offer a suggestion?
You may do.
How about Nunchuck?
Perfect.
Okay, we will now move on to Tom's superhero origin story. Nath, can you please provide the item that Tom will be basing his story on?
It is a jar of minced garlic.
Yeah.
Minced garlic. Okay, Tom, it is your superhero cinematic debut. Please tell us the story of your superhero featuring minced garlic.
Well, as we all know, Kevin Feige has recently announced that Blade will be finally joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, what is Blade without a sidekick, without a love interest? And what more torturous of an element than mince the garlic, the one thing that he craves so dearly but can never truly possess. And that is why for the next movie featuring Blade, we will be seeing him in a horrifying, emotionally devastating love triangle with a beautiful vampire and also a jar of fatal minced garlic.
Minced garlic. Did you claim the superhero was called Mince the Garlic, or was that my audio cutting out?
If that's what you want to hear, then I'm fine with that.
Because I love it. I love
It's Mince the Garlic.
guy-
It's the same kind of naming form as like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
So it is Mince the Garlic, yes.
Mince the Garlic. Now, this might be the first time someone gets points due to some technical issues. So, well done. That's why I love this game. Umby, it is time for your superhero origin story. And I believe, Tom, you have an object in your box for Umby.
Why, yes, I do. It is this beautiful superhero figurine. Here you go.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, very recognizable. Everyone knows.
Yes.
We all be knowing.
Yeah. My favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe character. So you're wanting me to rewrite the backstory of this beloved character?
You do as you wish.
Okay. Can I see it one more time?
The head's not doing great.
The head is not doing great.
I will admit. Yeah,
So obviously, this character is the Headless Horseman. And it is basically the fabled Headless Horseman of many myths and legends has long since been misremembered as this ominous figure of someone who is without a head and rides on a horse, who wants to come and take people into the afterlife or even end the world. But that's not what they do. The Headless Horseman is just, in fact, the creature that you see there, the little figurine, and it's finally spent millennia being reborn so that it can come back and sort of show the world, no, this is who I am. I am merely a figure with a horse for a head, but it's kind of lolling off a little bit. And my passion isn't death and the apocalypse. My passion is song. And it's a feel-good story. It's almost a docudrama about this Headless Horseman entering the X Factor.
yeah.
I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. Oof, I have points.
I have chills.
Naith, you have Catman, or what was the other one? Nunchuck.
Yeah, Nunchuck. We're going with that.
Okay, because it does get you points, and so I'm so sorry, Umby, that you just gave those points away. But for best name, I'm giving 2 points to Naith. For best, but Mince the Garlic is such a good name as well. Okay,
But Headless Horseman, come on.
That was a pretty hot take.
Yeah.
it is good. But Umby, I will say, with the whole backstory and everything, at the moment you're on 2 points, but you said that it comes with a song. If I can hear that song, you'll get a full 3 points.
Okay. Headless Horseman, Headless Horseman, want to sing, not kill you, Headless Horseman.
That will haunt my dreams, and that is 3 full points for Umby there. Lovely. That is the end of round 2.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 3 is called the music round. Would you like to know why it's called the music round?
Not really.
I like to collect obscure compilation CDs, and CDs contain music, and CDs are round. That is the tenuous link that I have used to call this the music round. Today's album comes from Brits Hits 2007.
I missed 2007.
The questions are in 2-part form. I am going to name an artist which is on Brits Hits, the album of the year, and you have to tell me which song that the artist sings on the album, with the clue being that it came out in 2007 and was their biggest song, so this album claims.
Right.
That'll be part 1 of the question. Part 2 of the question is, if I ask my Google Home device to name this artist, will they play the song that's on this album? As in, is it still their biggest hit 13 or so years later?
Okay.
We're going to start with Umby. So,
All right.
the first artist is Snow Patrol. So, what's the song on the 2007 album Brits Hits Album of the Year?
Oh, well, I know they had many hits, but it's got to be Chasing Cars, surely.
Chasing Cars is correct for a point. Now, for a bonus point, is that still the song that Google will play via Spotify as their biggest song?
I would say so, yeah. Yeah.
Let's find out. We're going to bring on Google.
Oh my God, I'm a big fan.
Okay, Google, play Snow Patrol.
Playing Snow Patrol on Spotify.
Correct! Okay, Google, stop before we get sued. So, that is...
Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, Google, shut up!
Yeah, Google not big on sarcasm.
There was one time I said, okay, Google, and then didn't say anything, and then it said, okay, yourself.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
I was being sarcastic, Google. That's all you need to know.
No, my favorite thing to do because I don't have a smart home or anything like that because I'm not wealthy. But my favorite thing when I go to stay at my friends who have one is just when their guard is down, just be like, Alexa, Google Waluigi Rule 34. And just see if any of you have an Alexa, or if anyone in the audience has an Alexa, you're welcome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm absolutely sick of my Google Home. You know, not only because it's a surveillance device, but also it's incredibly biased towards my partner. If she asks us to do anything, and she says, "Okay, Google, please set a timer," it does a little chime, and it goes, "Oh, thank you for asking. You're so nice." It literally compliments her back. When I do it, I can be as polite as I want. It'll be like, "All right, sure, I guess I'll do that."
My friend's he once asked it to repeat back the shopping list he'd made the night before, and it went like flour, eggs, milk, transgender.
The tastiest of all the ingredients.
Yeah.
We are now moving on to Naith, the band on this album. Remember, we're playing a game. The band on this album is Razorlight. Now, what's their song from 2007 that will be on this album?
I don't know if it's called this, but is it a Panic in America one?
America is correct.
Oh, brilliant.
It does have the lyric Panic in America. Now, for a bonus point, if I ask Google to play Razorlight, will it play America or will it tell me that it doesn't understand?
Let's go with Let's see.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to vote Stumble and Fall myself.
Play Razorlight. America! Okay, Google.
Unbelievable.
Stop. That was good. I mean, I love their most recent album where the beginning, it's a skit set in Aladdin's cave. And it's like, Genie, please make me a Razorlight album that doesn't suck. It's very self-aware. So that's a bonus point to Naith. Thomas TomSka Ridgewell. The band is Oasis. So what song do you think will be on Brits Hits 2007?
Mate. Like, it's worth noting, this is a period in my life when, like, I was taking the whole TomSka thing very seriously and would actively boycott anything that did not fall into the genre of ska. Oasis, they have songs. Do they have the song that's like "Fix You"? Is that one?
Yes, that was Oasis. That was Coldplay.
I don't know.
No, Oasis is the Gallagher brothers. Yeah.
Okay. I got that.
You would not have got this anyway because the song on 2007 Brits Hits, the song was Wonderwall.
That was released.
It may have been a re-release. I think this was the year that they won Artist of the Decade or Lifetime Achievement, but I've got no idea what fucking Wonderwall is doing in a 2007 compilation.
You really threw Tom a curveball there.
It's fine. I deserve it.
Question the second, is Wonderwall going to be the song that plays when I ask Google?
Yes, 100%.
Okay, Google, play Oasis.
I'm gonna do myself in. I need a weapon.
Oasis on Spotify.
It's Live Forever.
Bye, Tom.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry for leaving you.
Okay, Google. Stop.
I hate my life.
Oh. Okay, well, tell you what, we'll have one more question for round 3, and it'll be for all of you. It'll be one track, it'll be for all of you. Now, Lamar is on here. I believe he was in the first series of Fame Academy. I don't know what he's doing on Brits Hits 2007, but if you can name any Lamar song at all, you'll get 2 points.
Can I Google it?
Did he have one called like Survive? Because I remember Lamar, but did he have one called like Survive or something?
You might have done. It's not one of the 2 songs I know.
Survive or Survivor or something. I've got a very strong memory of watching a music video of him dancing with a bunch of other contestants from Fame Academy.
Tell you what, let's find out. Let's ask Google to play any Lamar song. Okay, Google, play Lamar.
Is it going to play Kendrick Lamar?
It's probably going to play Kendrick Lamar.
Sure, playing Kendrick Lamar on Spotify.
Tom gets the 3 points.
Yes.
Okay, Google.
Well earned.
Yeah, that was something I found out earlier today, and I thought I need to include that in the show. I'd love if Lamar was watching, thinking, "Oh, they're talking about my relevance."
I'm back, baby.
Google doesn't.
Now I need to know if he does have a song called Survive.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
We all know that all theatre has been cancelled. Broadway, the West End, the Edinburgh Fringe has even been cancelled. That means us performers, we have nowhere to perform. But luckily, I've got 3 guests on today who are going to do snippets of the shows that they were going to do this year. Now then, we are going to start with Naith, because I don't think we've started with him.
Yeah.
And your show title is... Got Nout in the Fridge, apart from food. That's my dad having his own little chat going on.
Does your dad know what a fridge is for?
I would now like to see an excerpt of your cancelled show, Got Nout in the Fridge, apart from food.
So, right. You know when you go to the fridge, and then you look in it, but then you go back like 5 minutes later and you look at it again, and then you do it again, and then again. And you're like, what am I even doing here? I haven't even got any booze. That's the only thing I come to the fridge for anyway.
To be fair, that was a 100% brilliant impression of my dad. Amazing. Now it's time for Tom Ridgewell. I believe he did. He was going to do an edgy stand-up show, right? You know, the type of thing that you can't say on stage nowadays. He's one of those comedians.
You can't say now on stage these days. It's all bloody cancelled.
We are going to see an excerpt of Tom's cancelled, in both senses of the word, show, which was, of course, as we're all looking forward to, it was called Revenge of the Cheesecake. So, TomSka Ridgewell, with your edgy comedy stylings, please give us a sample of your show, Revenge of the Cheesecake.
I hate my life. Right. I hate this so much. I hate you. You are a sinner. Right. So, Revenge of the Cheesecake. Revenge of the Cheesecake. This feels like it's going to have to be something to do with, like, veganism. You know. Oh, fuck. All right. So, I feel like any edgy comedian has to be, like, from the north. I don't know why. If I'm going to complain about things, I have to be like...
yeah, that famous Yorkshire comedian Louis C.K.
Yeah. Right. So, right. You know, them bloody vegans out there, they don't do nout with dairy. I mean, what's up with that? You got all them cows about. They got nothing to do now. Don't you think that's a bit, you know, that's a bit rude? Them cows, they love making that milk. Who's going to come along and suck on their titties now if we ain't going to have no more dairy? I'll tell you what, those vegans, they're sex shaming those cows, denying them the pleasures of life. It's problematic, that is. We should be cancelling them. I hate my life, and I wish I were dead.
Very well done. I definitely would not see that show, which was the vibe I'm going for. It's the type of comedian that I would never, ever go and see. We have a final show, of course. It is from Umby, and the title of your show is Where is Cedric Today? It's an Alan Bennett play.
So this is an excerpt from my one-man show, Where is Cedric Today? I come in after a long day at work, and Cedric's nowhere to be found. So I ask Mother, Mum, where is Cedric today? She turns to me, she says, for the last time, Cedric, you're there. And that's when I realized I'm Cedric. But it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, I'll forget I'm Cedric. The day after, I'll forget I'm Cedric. And for the rest of my life, I will wonder, where is Cedric today? Until the day that Cedric is nowhere.
Chills. Just, chills. Alan Bennett had a thing about, was it called The Untouchables? Was one of his ones? I think.
Sorry, in my head, I was thinking The Expendables.
Alan Bennett wrote The Expendables.
Yeah.
I think Alan Bennett had one of his things was called The Untouchables, and it was a monologue from a guy who went in a park, pees in a bush, and then gets like spotted by a mother, and then gets put on the sex offenders register for indecent exposure, and it's a play about that. And I had to write an essay about that, so essentially an essay about paedophilia in the sex offenders register. I chose to do it while on a plane, sitting next to a woman cradling a baby, who read far more of my essay than I would have liked. Especially given that I had to write it sort of in a character.
I was going to say, as long as you didn't write this in first person, but I'm guessing
it had to be in first person, in the style of Alan Bennett, as a character, sort of like bemoaning the sex offenders register. So for all she knew, I'm sat there going, I just don't think it's right that I should be on the sex offenders register. Baby in hand. And that was my life.
And then I killed everyone on the plane. We have points to dish out. Naith, for the bang-on impression of my dad, you are getting a full 3 points. Tom, for your excellent story just then on the plane, you're getting points retroactively.
Thank God
for that. That's 3 points to you. But Umby, amazing. You're getting 5 points there. And not only that, our audience loved it as well.
Oh.
We have got Chill to the Bone over Cedric, which I believe is the sequel to the play.
Yeah.
Before we get to round 5, we have to ask all the players playing today, what was in their box that we didn't get time to use today? TomSka, Ridgewell, what is in your box, an item that we could not get round to today?
I got this book here. It is indeed a copy of Mein Kampf. This was a prop for a film, but I now own it, and I own it. It's the thing I own. I own this. You
can just add a cover onto the yellow pages or something.
I could, yeah. I can whip this out wherever I want. I look like a respectable person, perhaps even a Christian, but then I flip up the spine, and everyone knows to avoid me. I don't know who got the money. I'm really worried. I hope it's in the public domain. I really hope that there isn't a little Hitler out there going...
Umby, what was in your box that we did not have time to look at today?
So this is a smartwatch that I bought off Wish for £4.
So it works, is what you're saying.
So I waited. I paid £4 for it because it was cheaper than the cheapest Casio thing that I could find, and I just needed something with a stopwatch function. And I waited 2 to 3 weeks for it to deliver, as you do with Wish. And then I got it, and on the day I got it, I ran a bath. This story doesn't go where you're thinking. I did not drop it in the bath. I did not forget to take it off before I put it in the bath, but I put it on the sink in the same room as the bath, had my bath, and when I got out, the condensation had waterlogged it. The condensation had broken it beyond all repair.
Naith, Payton, what was in your box that we did not get round to seeing today?
I've got TARDIS.
Aha.
Way!
So potentially shitloads more things in the box.
Reference.
Yeah.
Only true nerds will get that reference.
Only
Yeah.
none of you kids.
It's supposed to light up and fly, but it broke, so it just sits on my shelf.
So you got it from Wish as well.
No, I got it from Woolworth. Remember Woolworth? Yeah.
God, yeah. Was that before or after Brexit? Because Woolworth seems very Brexit.
Yeah,
It does,
time has
doesn't
no
it?
meaning anymore.
I think
Same
Brexit was
aesthetic.
too late to save Woolworths,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
If only.
Because Woolworths, its collapse was caused by the immigrants. We all know this.
Yeah, it was the EU strong arming. They said
Yeah.
you can't have that. And it was the PC Brigade.
It
They
was
shut
it was
down.
the tax on pick and mix was what did it in.
Cultural Marxists, I think.
It is time for round 5.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Round 5 is called the Quick Fire Round. The reason why it's called the Quick Fire Round is because Billy Joel in the 1980s had a song called We Didn't Start the Fire. And in it, he lists a whole bunch of things from history very, very quickly. I'm going to be asking my guests to name as many things as they can from their own specialist subject to sing to the beat or tune of We Didn't Start the Fire. Umby, what is your specialist subject?
Problematic YouTubers.
Problematic YouTubers.
No, it's going to be the.
I'll just put away my copy of Mein Kampf, shall I?
My specialist subject is the NFL teams.
The NFL teams. Here is
Yeah,
Umby
and I'm
singing.
going to guarantee that none of you know NFL teams, so I can
Hard
make
to call you out then. So
Yeah.
Oh, if you pause or laugh, I do stop.
Okay.
Are you ready? 4,
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Steelers, and the Ravens, Giants, or nothing rhymes with Giants, Browns, Bengals, Panthers. I think I already said Panthers.
You said Giants twice.
I
and
did.
It is a negative, bad thing in my
Terrible.
mind. Next up is Tom, who is currently second. Tom, what is your specialist subject?
I have gone with ska bands as of my aforementioned obsession in like 2 seconds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Streetlight Manifesto, Big D and the Kiss Table, Babylon Party Machine and Mephistopheles, Sponge and Five Iron, Frenzy Planet, Smashers and Sublime, Holophonics, RX Bandits, and Skirmephiles. Oh, fuck, I said Skirmephiles twice. Damn it!
Oh, you did.
Ah,
Oh, that was very good, though.
I'm a fool.
Naith, it is your turn. What is your specialist subject?
Well, it sort of looks like I'm copying Umby here, but I'm not because I came up with this ages ago, so it's fine. I was going to go with football teams.
Football team? That's fine. And I may have heard of a couple of them.
Yeah,
Don't say the same.
You're doing real football. I was doing.
I'm doing proper football.
Yeah.
All right.
Here is Naith Payton singing as many football teams as he can to the tune of We Didn't Start the Fire by Bill. You get it. It's happened twice already. Here it is again. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Crystal Palace. I've got that. I wrote that up really quickly. I practiced and everything.
That was more of a rap. And it was different from the form. It is time to announce who has won today's episode of What's in the Box. With 12 points, it is newcomer, it is comedian, journalist, and chef. It's Naith Payton. In second place, with 19 points, it is the Headless Horseman themselves. It is Umby Winters.
Oh shit, a dab!
Oh no, it's
Two dabs.
2017. And the winner with a phenomenal 22 points, it is TomSka Ridgewell, everybody.
Oh my god, I'm so happy. This is a big deal for straight white men. We are finally feeling represented in mainstream media. Thank you for the opportunity. I would like to thank my privilege. Thank you.
Privilege!
Finally.
Yay!
If you would like to support the show, do follow us on Twitter. We are What's in the Books. It's What's in the Box with no vowels in. And if you'd like to contribute anything, paypal.me/Frizzle. That would be amazing. If we comedians, all our gigs have suddenly stopped, so we're forced to do these free shows online. If you want to chuck over a $5 or $10, that would be amazing. For our guests today, we had Umby Winters. We had TomSka Ridgewell. And we had Naith Payton. I've been Frizzle, and I will see you soon. Yay! Now, can everyone wave to the camera for 23 seconds as I play the closing theme tune?
What's in the